This is Boxing Tickets NI. We're here at the warehouse in the Red Cow. Just after the final press conference, delighted to be joined by Daniel O'Sullivan. The last time we spoke on camera in Castlebar, you said you wanted a Celtic title fight next. Your wishes came true?
Yeah, delighted to finally get it. I've actually been calling for it, I think, since my debut. I've been wanting to fight for a Celtic title, and we got this fight put to us a few weeks before. Sean was meant to fight Donegan. I was saying I'd love to fight the winner, and Jay offered me to fight Sean. I think that fight fell through then, so he was just going to get a win. Jay offered me it, and we agreed to it straight away. And then, as I said up there, in fairness to Sean, he's shown a willingness to fight domestic fights as well, like I have. So it's been brilliant, and I'm really buzzing out to fight for the belt finally.
I guess previously, obviously, because I remember obviously interviews you said, obviously, I think it was Owen and Neil was fighting some of the stage, and I fight the winners of that. Like, I guess it's refreshing for you, obviously, it's finally come true now for you, sort of from saying I want to have these title fights. Sometimes they say talk's cheap, it's backing it up. You've wanted the fights and it's come true for you now. You're sort of still having to pinch yourself that you're 48 hours out from a domestic fight.
Yeah, 100%. Like every time I called anyone else, it was only whoever was fighting for the Celtic title, because that's all I wanted. It didn't matter who it was, I just wanted that Celtic title. And when it was vacant, and to get actually offered it myself without having to call anyone out, it was brilliant. So I really am buzzing for it now. Like, I've been training very, very hard, like I always do anyway, but there's a little more extra buzz now for this, because I visualise myself having that belt, and I look forward to having it around my waist on Friday night.
You've seen most of, obviously, the Celtic Warriors stable, obviously all picking up the Celtic titles. Thomas Carty still carries his about, and he hasn't defended it. So, like, you've seen Craig won it twice. You've seen Craig an Irish title, Thomas Carty. You've seen pretty much everybody in the gym obviously have a belt. Like, this has been sort of long overdue for you, coming. You've been dreaming these moments of having your own belt.
Yeah, 100%. Like I was saying, I was in Craig's house years ago when I was actually helping coach Craig. We were out running one of the days. I went into his house, and his house was the Celtic title was hanging up in the house, and I was like, it looks good, And then obviously, it only came up on my Instagram the other day, a memory of me and Thomas getting a photo in the gym with the belt. So to actually be able to fight for it and win my own one now is brilliant. So I visualise the three of us having a photo now in the ring next week with our 3 Celtic titles.
It definitely, like I know I said to Craig after his win against Edward Donovan in the 3 Arena, he was obviously vacating the belt, obviously for you. I guess the agreement was always there, but like it's going to be awkward for you, I guess, in some ways if you don't bring the belt back to the gym. Obviously after Craig, we know what Craig's like. He's a wind-up. Did you say he's in your corner on Friday night as well? Yeah,
he's going to come and do my corner. Yeah, he said he'd present me the belt after the fight, like, so really buzzing for that, like.
And sort of, like, I know you helped Shane prepare for, obviously, the fight with Sean. Like, it was a weird sort of score the last time round. Obviously, Sean dropped Shane twice, but still lost 3-2 in rounds. Like, what do you sort of take from that fight? I guess that Shane just wants to stand and trade, but he's there to be hit as well.
Yeah, like I watched bits of it, and as I said, I was helping spar Shane for that fight. So I watched bits of it on the night. I wasn't here. I watched bits since. And it was a very close fight. Now Shane's a good fighter, like, but he just wasn't himself in that ring. I know he had a lot of things going on, even during camp, and the weight cut and all wasn't right for him. So I believe Shane could have beaten him if he was 100%, and I feel like I'm going to be 100%, and I just feel like I'm a level above Sean Murray. In fairness, he's a good domestic fighter, but I feel like this fight for me is going to kind of platform me onto bigger and better things. So I want to show that on Friday night.
I guess the one thing I'd seen from obviously you previously, obviously you're very vicious to the body. Like, is that where you sort of maybe see, the two of you don't have a massive, obviously, array of amateur experience. Do you see that sort of inexperience he might have is going to fall into your favour with the body shots?
Yeah, 100%. Like, I feel like we're both kind of, we're novices in the boxing game, but we're both more suited to pro game. Neither one of us is going to come out there and start boxing around the ring like an amateur. So we're both going to come forward and get into a bit of a scrap. But I feel like I just have that little bit more classiness about me, a few more body shots and stuff like that will, that kind of tells the difference in fights. I watched that fight, as I said, with Shane. They weren't really showing many body shots, not many jabs, nothing like that. So I feel like my ring IQ from being around professional boxing for longer is that's what's going to show and get me through in the fight.
Well, look, we'll obviously know you have the weigh-in they do tomorrow before, obviously, fight night. Thanks, obviously, for stopping by and having the chat. And we'll look forward to seeing a cracker on Friday evening.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks so much, Anne.
Cheers, Daniel. Thank you.